guys, welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. Alright guys, so we have an update here regarding the T-Mobile Dish Wireless 800 megahertz situation. The link for this article will go down below in the description for you guys. It's from Fierce Wireless. But I gotta be honest, I know I just said it's an update, but we're kinda just hearing the same chatter over and over again in this situation here. But let's go over it so you guys at least have some idea. It's pretty much a picture has been painted here. I mean, I could be wrong. Things could change, but I don't know. So anyway. So during the T-Mobile Q2 earnings call, T-Mobile CEO Mike Sievert mentioned an August 11 deadline for Dish Network to decide if it's going to buy 800 megahertz of spectrum from T-Mobile. But Dish referenced an August 30th deadline in its most recent 10Q-Sec filing. So investment analysts who were on Dish's conference call Tuesday to discuss its merger with EchoStar understandably sought clarification. All right. So as New Street research analysts noted in a report for investors, Dish chairman Charlie Ergen seemed to say that there was no real deadline, as the parties could continue negotiating after the August 30th deadline mentioned in Dish's 10Q. There was a statement by Charlie, and he says, "I think as long as the parties are negotiating, I think things will remain open. If it becomes clear to one or both of the parties that there's no path forward, the negotiations would cease. I can only say there are negotiations going on at the highest levels between the companies, and neither company has come to a resolution on that." All right. So we know, all right, that Dish has said that they're only going to spend $2 billion in 2024 and 2025. We've discussed that here a number of times, and that's only to do the build out, right? That's it. They don't want to spend anything else. They're on a budget. The belt is tightened, and there's no wiggle room. That's it. They're stuffed. That's why they're, selling plans on Amazon, right? To get capital. They're trying to get the boost plans out to raise capital. All right. So now they're saying that under the agreement in 2020, Dish has the option to purchase this certain 800 megahertz spectrum from T-Mobile for about $3.6 billion. It's a lot of money, right? So the closing of any sale remains subjective to FCC approval, of course. Under certain conditions, if Dish doesn't exercise the option to purchase the 800 megahertz of licenses, they will eventually be auctioned off. All right. But obviously, given that Dish is in financial constraints and already has spent, they're saying $30 billion on spectrum. Okay. They're saying, why would Dish even entertain this option at this time, especially when they're tapped out? Okay. They don't have the money. All right. So they're saying that Dish's competitors. So the reason why Dish wants this, right, is they're saying that their competitors have almost twice as much spectrum as Dish and low band 800 megahertz spectrum that gives them coverage advantages. So they're saying which will help also with the build out costs as well. Plus the 800 megahertz of spectrum is already in Dish's radios, so there wouldn't be any added costs there. So he says, we don't think there's a hard date. I think both sides are negotiating in good faith, he says. So that's pretty much it regarding the situation. Everything else is not really related to this topic. I don't think it's going to happen, guys. I think they're beating around the bush here. I don't think it's going to happen. Question is, I don't know what's really going to happen with this entire Dish build out. Maybe they're wasting time to try to, rebuild that capital that they need, and then maybe they're hoping that some spectrum will just fall in their lap when they get closer to build out date. I mean, they have until 2025, but they gotta, clock's ticking. It takes time to build networks. So I don't know. I really don't see. I don't know how this is going to play out. Obviously we talked about the potential purchase of US Cellular, but then again, that costs money. And that's the problem here. Now, the merger with EchoStar, that can kind of help them, eliminate some of their debts, right? Boost a little bit of capital for them. Is it enough? Will it be enough? And it's a real shame because I think the potential of Dish Wireless, on the native side has great potential. Anything I've seen, like I've said, has been seems pretty good. It seems pretty good, and but I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I really just don't know. Many are saying it too. Dish's days could be numbered at this point because of financial strains. Unless somebody comes in and kind of, works with them and offers them a meal ticket out, a way to continue to build. I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get to see it the way we want, guys. For those of you that want to see the Dish network built, I know there's a couple of you that don't care either way. I know many of you like Dish and you want to see it. But guys, I don't know. At this point, it's all about money, and the 5G build out has been far more harm than good at this point. I mean, really, let's think about it. What has it really done? Besides basically tear most of these wireless companies down. I mean, they're going broke over this. Obviously they're raising money, but they have so much debt because of the build outs. And I don't know. I don't really see the benefit. Many of us don't see the benefit yet that 5G was supposed to bring, other than some nice numbers on Ookla and Open Signal. I mean, do you notice any better quality of your service? I don't know. I think most of us are noticing a lot more, a lot more dead zones, a lot less quality, when it's turned on 5G. Most of us are still switching back to LTE just to get proper signal, because a lot of areas have not been upgraded in many locations still with 5G, especially if you live in rural. You're really suffering then. And in certain parts of big cities are still getting it. They're still getting beaten down by 5G. It's not working right, So, but anyway, more of the same here. Like I said, I think they're beating around the bush here. I think they're waiting for that money to come in, but I don't know. I don't know where it's going to come from at this point. So, all right, guys, just wanted to report that, give my 2 cents. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.